Have you sent it to Kennedy?
I did. I'll
And
resend it.
okay, and in famous. Hey, hello guys.
But welcome back to That Smoke Show. Said we have a lighter crew here today. Probably be a little shorter show. But we have a little light crew so far. Hopefully, couple. We have Evil Deadly Farce,
Hello, hello.
mother, and of course, Potent Ponic with us.
Going.
Pretty good, man.
Wild week this week. I as you can't see, I have a horribly swollen eye in the with the shadow there, so it's fun. Spent half the day in the doctor's trying to get my eye fixed, so that was good. But crazy fucking shit. The ties are gonna repeal cannabis back to medical only and only allow THC oils and no more bud for sale in shops and all. So that's kind of an end of a one and a
That's
half year
unfortunate.
era.
That's really unfortunate. They're just starting to go the right way. I mean, they would have experienced bigger fucking course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
It's just
it's always a risk with new countries when you never quite know what's going to happen.
at least I at least say that's the one good thing about up here. Yeah, they might have fucking legalized wrong and they fucking gave it to all ex cops and all fucking conservatives. But like at least once they fucking flipped the switch, there's been no talk of going back. Nobody's fucking suggested anything otherwise.
well, the way they did it is pretty much exactly the opposite than Canada did it. We we kind of
Well,
made
yeah,
more
exactly.
work on how to do it and how they wanted to set the party, let's say. And Thailand have just been like, let's have a free fall and we figure out something else. That was crazy. I mean, they just have a totally other way to do things, and the way that they've regulated that now, what I understand from what I've read, is really that the opposite of why you should legalize. If you are about to legalize and ban all smoking, I think they only allow edible that you cannot eat on site or something like that, and no dry flower, no extract. I mean, uh, it's pretty much like saying
Oh,
it's
the
legal,
dumbest thing is
but everything is not. Okay.
the dumbest thing I think in our system, like by far, the absolute dumbest thing is the 10 milligram maximum on edible. That is absolutely fucking retarded. Like,
Oh, but we don't have a lot better over here. I mean, yeah, but 10 milligram per edible. Well, if you have diabetes, I hope they have edible with no sugar in it, because you will have to eat a lot. No, then it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because they go back on. Oh, you guys like to do this, that, and that. Oh, I've I was searching on why they did this and that in our system here, and what we've realized is suffering is noble. Yeah,
is it
yeah, because
always?
yeah, because and if you're on really dirty hard drug and you're just a poor addict that you're forgetting how good is life because you're too much focused on just feeling good, not being in withdrawal. That thing is like, oh, poor guy, he just fuck his life. We don't care. Oh, yeah, here's some new syringes. No problem. Oh, there's a couple dead bodies in the street. Let's get some more body bag. I mean, but smoking cannabis and growing it yourself? Dude, you better suffer a lot and have something we cannot cure in any other way. Because you're gonna. you're gonna use a lot of other way before they suggest you to use some of those products. That maybe some of those products are pretty benign and don't have a lot of effect. And I mean, considering that they think that having an effect and pleasure from a consummation of something that could help you, there's something that have helped me in my life is having pleasure. It make me being busy and having pleasure. It make me forget on small things like chronic pain, disease, stuff like that. You know, and if I'm having opioid or I don't know what kind of other crap they can give me legally, it's okay if I'm addict on it. No, it's okay. But if I'm asking to smoke weed, now I'm a criminal. I'm sorry. I don't get it. So it must be that we have to suffer all of our life because we're gonna go to heaven after, right? That's what I understand. Well, yeah, I can't get it. By the way, that was from what was it, guy? Damn it.
Guys,
That
seriously,
Pot TV that I've took that he was talking about that I think it's yesterday. Yeah. Because they're giving free cannabis from birth to people in the street uh, as a harm reduction thing. I think it's a good idea. But anyway,
I thought when Canadians needed free drugs, they just go to Hastings Street.
yeah, yeah. Because
man,
when
I'm
you have a withdrawal around and you smoke a joint, maybe it doesn't remove your withdrawal, but maybe it will help you to enjoy life a bit more without having. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not having those
They're
withdrawal
fucking
anyway.
lied to me. Nobody ever gave me free drugs ever. I had to buy them every fucking time. It was bullshit. Nobody ever fucking.
You know that now you can get those mammal implant, and maybe you gotta get more success about it.
You guys see that Snoop Dogg has quit smoking weed?
Should we do a special tonight about the fact that
Oh,
maybe a fucking nobody
that was the
is
I,
maybe
biggest,
promoting
stupidest
something
fucking
with
ad
that?
oh,
campaign, like
yeah, I heard he
selling
might
out.
be. I heard he might be. Yeah, I heard he might be fucking releasing an edible or something. This
No,
fucking.
no, it's a smokeless grill thing for your backyard. It's like the dumbest bullshit ever.
A
It's like not
smokeless
even
grill thing.
remotely that cool. I'm not even joking.
I thought that was. I thought, dude. I thought that was a joke,
No,
dude. I thought that was a joke.
Oh wow. Well, lately the best grill I saw is a guy that was in his garage and
yeah,
he's
here
put
it is.
together, the exhaust pipe right on the motor, and when he like it's smoking and stuff, and when he open it, it's a freaking grill, like with his burger in it. It looked like a motor that is smoking in his garage. So.
Yeah, it was for this thing. Here, I'll put it on for those of you that have not been paying attention at home. It's for this smokeless grill bullshit.
Well, is it like a prop and stuff again?
No, here it's the Snoop Dogg goes smokeless with the solo
Fire
stove.
pit.
Yeah, so it was just a marketing thing for Black Friday bullshit.
Okay, I know someone that have a
Well, good
crap
because that
like
man
that.
based his brand around smoking weed. You better not
Well,
fucking quit
yeah,
now.
Okay, I know that
like if
some
Martha
people are
Stewart
stealing
gave up
lighters.
cooking and took up drinking, like it's just not gonna work.
When you're with people that are always stealing your lighter and you search and all that shit, I mean, you can always buy that big, huge lighter. That's a center place lighter. You can light up your huge cigar, a cone, whatever, a pre roll. Just don't have a big bird. I think you gonna get end up shaving. besides being a smokeless fire pit, is there something else that you can do besides smoking, lighting up your joint or lighting in fire your fart when you're around it? Can you cook on it?
Use a laser, you can use a dab rig, you can use a vaporizer. Wait, what?
No, with that fire pit stuff.
Oh
I
fuck
Can
don't
you
know.
no!
cook
Yeah,
on
you can
it?
heat the
No, yeah, you
coals for
can
your
fucking
hookah
you can roast marshmallows on it.
and grill some
Probably
hot
pretty
dogs or
clean
something.
flame.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, I've bought a $2,000 Snoop Dogg marshmallow roaster.
Yeah, how much are they anyway?
I don't
Let's
know.
let's look that up. Like,
Way
how
too
much
much.
is this?
Guaranteed way
How
too
much
much.
is this shill of a device?
Hey, come on. If it gets Snoop Dogg on it, it's
The
double the
Snoop Dogg
price.
one is 3 times what it's really worth.
Yeah. And then you're gonna add tax and shipping.
Like, this is so bullshit. Like, talk about a cheesy ass fucking gimmicky bullshit. Come on now.
I don't
So
know, man. I was gonna fuck up
three
just some
hundred and
dog
fifty
paws right on
fucking
the
dollars for fucking
Hey, but it come with stickers
side. Wait, I
and
don't
a
know what
hat.
you're talking
I cut
about.
out
That's fucking
50,
dope.
$350 for half a 55-gallon drum with holes drilled in it. This is bullshit,
Pretty
$350.
sure there's only like $20 worth of product here to make
right?
this.
Like, that thing costs no more than $35 to make.
How many pack of sausage you have to buy?
You know, I need to make $200 per unit.
Look, look how satisfied he is with this fucking hot dog that he cooked. Don't you want that level of satisfaction? Oh, it comes in different versions. This is even stupider.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get a $450 one, the non-Snoop Dogg endorsed one.
But can you have different fire pattern in it? I mean, come on. I need some different fire pattern. I mean, some option. I don't know. Can, can I get a flame that is the same shape that Snoop Dogg?
See? See? I wasn't bullshitting you guys. The Snoop Stove Bonfire 2.0.
Yeah, I've need,
$350 for a fucking paint can with fucking holes in it.
but have you noticed that he had a pile of wood on the side, on the right
Look
side?
at this. This is just look at this.
Yeah, yeah.
Ridiculous. They have a seven hundred and
Yukon
forty
backyard
dollar one.
bundle.
What the fuck is this
What's the
shit?
bundle?
What is
What it
this
come with?
bullshit? It comes with a
What
bag. It
with a
has a
bag?
black
Oh, carrying bag. Okay.
bag.
Can I, can I just say no?
Weather resistant pit protector.
No,
But
no
let's
thanks.
face it, there's a person that this is perfect for. Like, I don't know, they burn themselves every time they have a fire or some shit. I don't know. Like,
Those
No.
people need to buy a pellet stove if they're that fucking incompetent.
Okay, you know, I've bought a pack of big lighter this week, and I think I've spent $6 or something like that, and that was a really good purchase. I can do about, I don't know, 1,000 fucking fire and roast all the marshmallow and sausage I want over it. I don't know. Where I live, at least, we just have to do walk 15 minutes and start a fire, whatever. I don't know.
I don't
No,
know. I have fires.
I think you better buy a slingshot or I don't know, like stuff to have fun. That thing is not fun to me. I don't need a huge fire pit
The
to
the
light up
the
my
the,
fart.
the only well that is true. That is true. But the only thing the only time those are really good is when you're like trying to have a backyard fire or whatever, and fucking the fire warnings are on, right? Fucking
Yeah, and
or
like
forest is
city
dry.
more
They have
situation.
they have fire bans on. They won't give you any
Yeah,
shit if you have those. That's the only reason to have those all around.
yeah. And when you have those kind of privacy fence around tall enough, they will never see that much the flame. Well, maybe but anyway, it's not like having the big cloud of smoke in the middle of your neighborhood.
Yeah,
Under
no,
your
I actually bought one of those for my father-in-law. Obviously, not the overpriced Snoop Dogg one, but I bought him it because they always go camping May long, and lately every May long weekend has been completely fire banned. But to let them that out.
the new version of the Thai law, you have to ask permission in order to do medical plants. Before you could just grow 15 plants and then just report them once you planted them. No more bud, so no more selling of dried bud, and no more smoking on premises at shops. So pretty much end of the fucking public recreational era of Thailand.
It made me think when one of my friends was saying, "Oh, we cannot smoke where we produce the bud and stuff." Like, okay, so you don't have anywhere that you can smoke. That's strange, because you're doing something that people will smoke. Is it because of the working stuff? Can you smoke after hours and call a taxi, whatever? I was like, no. All the land of the company we cannot smoke on, or they're gonna lose their permit. It's kind of, I've worked at doing alcohol for years, and there's no such things. Sorry,
I
guys.
forget. I was in one state. I forget what state it was, but they like want the employees to be able to pass drug tests, and it's like, so you want people to grow weed all day and just not do quality control? That like even the fucking brewery has a fucking master brewer tester. Like
Yeah, you got to
it's
taste that
Yeah,
clearly a
shit. Like,
fucking
it doesn't
specific
matter what you're
job.
making.
yeah. The
Yeah,
Like,
employee are testing the produce before it
yeah.
go to
it's
the
like a
market. I'm
chef. It's
sorry,
a
guys, but
chef
it happened.
tasting the food before it goes out. Like,
Yeah, it's always.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know what the hell with their things, because you don't. You're proud of what you're selling or offering to the public. So sure, you want to make sure it's perfect. It doesn't mean that you're a freaking addict, whatever. Yeah, no, that's strange a bit for that part. There should be at least some reasonable condition that you can do it in. I mean, one
I
of
don't
the
know.
things we were doing is not doing the testing in the morning, right? We're doing the testing after the normal hours or in the afternoon, Friday, or something like that.
I can't imagine watering 1,000 plants not high.
Mm.
How about the Canadian terrorist attack in Niagara Falls today? Ended
Yeah,
up
that
being a
wasn't
car accident.
terrorist, but they were thinking
That
at
was
it. Yeah.
that was so funny to watch. I got this like news alert while I was at the doctor's office today, and they're
Uh,
like, terrorist attack in Niagara Falls. And like by the time I
I
got
heard
out, they're like, yeah, no, it was just a car accident.
yeah, they just said that it was happening a bit strange because there was
Fox
an
News was
acceleration before
reporting
the
there was like
impact.
Iranian passports found at the scene, and it was like,
oh no.
yeah,
Oh
no,
no.
that's cool. So Fox News found this shit out within
Oh,
like
Fox
45
News is
minutes of the thing
just
happening. Like,
fucking
totally.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham just getting ready. Oh
Yeah.
man, well, you know what? The one thing I do know is we need to bomb Iran right now. We can't wait. We can't let fucking
And if it doesn't work, I think they're gonna do a bit like the woman on the Russian TV that was saying, "Oh, but we can bomb Siberia or whatever." I was like, "What?" Don't know
What
if you
about
guys
that?
have catch that one.
What about that Israeli guy, fucking politician this week in the was it CNN or one of the other ones was like, yeah, what about all the dead kids? And he's like, no, that's not true. And he's like, well, I've witnessed with my own lying eyes a bunch of dead children. And then he's like, so what do you say to that? He goes, that's not real. You don't know how they died. It's like they're buried under the building that you dropped on them, you fucking asshole. Like they didn't just
we told
burrow
him we
burrow
told him
into
to
the
leave.
ground. Like, The fuck are you? Like, just the level of fucking just disconnected psychopathy from the IDF spokespeople is just a level of evil that has not been seen
Well,
since, the
like
40s.
I find it's the whole thing's just so fucked. Like nobody's right, nobody's wrong in it. Like there's so much, everybody's fucked, and like
Oh yeah, both sides are wrong, but one side's
both
committing
sides are
genocide.
fucked. Like
Yeah,
and
but
Like,
like,
let's
but
just be honest.
I just can't believe that the Israelis are ready to do this, considering that they were basically the most recently persecuted group in
Well,
no,
this is about to get
that
this is about to
persecution
get
thing
pop
is
off.
I'm not buying it on the way that it's presented. Let's say that.
Well, it's about to
And
pop off
yeah.
because has Lebanon, Hezbollah in Lebanon basically destroyed an entire Israeli base earlier today. I don't know if you guys
Mm.
noticed that. They had a new
yeah, and
missile or whatever, and they fucking wrecked the shit out of the Israeli base.
yeah, and Hezbollah is a formidable army to
They're an
fight.
actual
Like
army. Yeah, they're
they're an
not a
actual
fucking
army.
ragtag.
Like
Yeah,
yeah, like
They have aircraft and shit
the
and
fucking
tanks.
Syrians and the Americans
yeah,
couldn't get rid of them, right? So
yeah. So shit's about to pop off over there for sure. Apparently, I need to turn more lights
Well, yeah. One thing that's for sure is that the when you look at the history of that place, and when you talk about some of the more religious people, not fanatic, just kind of a peaceful mind religious people on both sides, they have a different version of the truth. And they are telling that there's a lot more wrong than right on all those events on both sides. Yeah, sure, but there's some what's it, guilt, kind of a partly blind mentality that is behind all those actions. And I think they've pretty much set up the way that they wanted the Hamas to represent the evil against them, and all that thing. Okay, one thing that I've always been shocked about it is their delivery of food and water is restricted in Palestine in many
on.
places.
Called
So
there's a word for that. It's called genocide.
yeah, yeah. And then you talk about, oh yeah, but there's some extremists in it. Yeah, okay, so what you just did, you bumped them again? Oh yeah, they've revenge. Yeah, sure they will revenge. You create generation after generation of people that feel
yeah,
persecuted. Is that what you were feeling? Yeah. Oh no, you were not, because that's exactly what you demonstrate, that you're for that kind of thing, and you use that kind of thing because you know exactly how to work in that concept. So I'm just like, no, you guys are really, I don't know, twisted. That's pretty much how I could say they want to plan a version of the reality and put it in place and then say, oh, you guys, you see, we're the good guys in it. Yeah, sure. You control pretty much every string on that situation and you use it at your advantage, So I don't believe the victim side of it. I think it's presented in the wrong way when they talk about victim, because you have to see more larger than that. I would say it's not about who's the victim; it's about how we deal with it now.
Well, it's been crazy. I mean, you even had the chick from Scream lose her job today, and she didn't even say anything controversial. She literally didn't say anything ridiculous at all, and lost her job for simply being pro-Palestinian. So fucking ridiculous times.
Oh, but the union of the teacher here, there's one of the pro-Palestinian teacher that I've kind of passed in the media here, and the union of the teacher was taking his back. So yeah, so sometimes there's maybe some equality. I don't know.
I don't know. I've been debating for a while making a list of all the Israeli connected cannabis companies in the U.S. so that people can choose to boycott them if they want to. No one's really put one out, and I think it's about time. You know, they're going to keep killing people. You know, maybe they should start feeling it in the
I
pocketbook.
I feel that, yeah, but I feel a lot of it may have, if it was in fact allowed or staged, I think it had a lot to do with that BB Netanyahu, because like he had 40 days of fucking protests against him,
Oh
like
yeah.
calling for his resignment. It was perfectly timed for his friggin' for him to seek cover refuge from that. It was like basically, remember George Bush at friggin' 9/11? He had
Yep.
at that point he was the most unpopular president they'd ever had. But then as soon as 9/11 hits, he becomes the and he starts handling it, and he starts looking good in the eyes of the public. Boom, to the most
Yeah.
fucking
Well, the
Yep.
Iraq War have started on a lie. The Vietnam War have been, let's see, took
lie.
as a relay by the American on a lie. Uh, the real effect is that this country destroyed. There's people dying for that. Um, yeah, the impact
Well,
are real.
that
So
makes
it
me.
shocked me when even if you put them in jail or make them suffer for the rest of their life, I don't care. It's thousands and thousands of people that dying because of a lie. What the hell is that?
Well, not
It's
only
hard
that,
to
but
take.
it's scary. It makes you wonder. They've been really beating the war drums to go to war with Iran. We don't need a like. You think Iraq and Afghanistan was bad? Dude, if we pick a
Yeah,
fight with Iran,
yeah.
Iran has way more capabilities than anybody
Yeah,
else that
but
we in that region.
they've
Not
got
to
Ben
mention
Laden.
Iran will start.
Iran
You
has
know,
figured out how
they'll
to
have an
do it
attack in
all
the
on their
U.S.
own.
every
Like
hour.
with us
You
fucking with
know,
them the last 20 years, they've been able to build fucking high level drones, hypersonic missiles, fucking all kinds of stuff.
yeah, they have
Like,
in terms of missile capability, Iran is fifth in the world.
yeah.
You know,
And
they're
aren't they the fifth largest standing army too, or some shit?
yeah, and they're one of like 8 countries that has hypersonic missiles. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They just released that new glider technology one. Like, fucking
yeah, it's specifically designed to get around the Patriots. Anyways, it's stupid. Like I've lost enough fucking friends to stupid ass fucking Middle Eastern wars. Enough with this shit. Either fucking nuke it or don't send troops at all. Like, but enough with the fucking sending kids to die from fucking high school in the U.S. Like,
look,
you
yeah.
gotta have a
Look where
good
it go.
fucking reason.
Yeah, look where the money goes. It's fucking. It's a fucking weapons
So fucking
manufacturers.
Halliburton, Dick Cheney can fucking make a
Lockheed,
few more
yeah,
bucks.
Lockheed Martin. Yeah, exactly. They can still rebuild after too.
Yep.
Like, yeah, no. There's plenty of people.
Someone asked if hypersonics are unstoppable. They're not unstoppable.
No, they're not
So there's
unstoppable.
different types of hypersonics. So like for instance, all ICBMs are hypersonic, right? Most ICBMs come in between Mach 20 and Mach 40 from orbit. Just so you understand, like this is something that the US and Soviets have been dealing with for a long time. The Patriot missile actually can shoot down the newest hypersonic from Russia. That's a traditional hypersonic missile. What's an issue is the hypersonic glide vehicles, which China, Iran, allegedly Russia has, and the United States has, and maybe one or two other people. I'm not thinking of at the moment. Now, the difference is that the hypersonic glide vehicle uses a traditional method to launch to get to speed, but then uses a glide vehicle that is basically traveling like a little space shuttle that can maneuver and not follow a traditional ballistic trajectory. Because, for instance, if you take like an artillery shell or a mortar, you fire it, it makes a nice arced trajectory, right? Well, these don't do that. So you can't predict the interception point, or you can intentionally interrupt it. Now, um, someone else in chat mentioned lasers. So lasers have you have to have the laser on target for a minimum of half a second to a second in order to burn a hole in it. Well, trying to track something that's moving at anything above Mach 5
Yeah,
is
but
very
that
hard
laser
to
thing.
keep that laser on that point that long enough to disrupt the exterior skin of that laser the thing.
But
So
it worked
so
now.
lasers might not be like you're far better off firing a barrage of ballistics at it, or they have these missiles that come apart, and it shoots like a spiral of little bomblets, almost like a almost like a cluster missile, a cluster bomb, but it's a missile that kind of shoots like this spiral shotgun blast at the actual missile. And then you have, as long as one of them impacts, you're better off with that, and then hitting it when it's a little closer to you. But if you miss, you're fucked, right? It's gonna hit you immediately. That's the downside. But you have a better chance of intercepting it if you go that route with hypersonics. But lasers are really awesome for drones and aircraft and slower shit. But for hypersonics, really aren't a good solution. If you're really into this kind of stuff, I'm super nerdy about this kind of shit in particular. There's a really, really, really great YouTube channel which I can throw on the screen called Sandbox News. It's probably the single best one for this type of topic. He also covers like he did the whole development of the stealth Black Hawk helicopter, which is like not been covered anywhere else online, and a whole bunch of other like really cool shit. Um yeah, here you go. He also covers like he has a really cool multi-part thing on like the Aurora aircraft, the Black Manta, a bunch of the SR-72. But like they're real, like he's an actual like military dude and actually like talks to real military people, and it's like not, there's no speculation, it's all real, legit shit. So really, really cool channel if you're into aerospace nerdy stuff.
Yeah, that's nerdy.
Yeah, I have some weird hobbies.
I I I enjoy all the uh I enjoy all the mineral rock
The what?
on you when I log in fucking Dat Smoke Show channel. You have all the rocks, mineral fucking selected on your there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I watch.
You like watching rock?
I do. I do.
I do.
Rock is rock.
Watch rocks.
Let's watch rocks. I'm slinging rock at the corner, man. Look at my
I
rock.
found a ton of that.
It's shiny. There was some pretty one, but sadly it doesn't move enough. So that's just my problem with the rocks. As a pet, it's pretty good pet, but it doesn't move that
It's cheap.
much. Yeah, right. It's one shot purchase. I mean, you don't have to feed it, you don't have to pick up poop or whatever. But it doesn't talk too much. It does not have fur. That's good.
Is there when you need it to attack the neighbor?
Yeah. When you need protection, it's there. Yeah. I mean, uh, that's pretty good, man. I think a rock as a pet have some consideration. I mean, yeah, it go up in the ranking. I
So
think
what do
pretty
you
much
guys?
every city is good with it.
So I gotta go grab a drink in a second. But what how do you guys prep your turkeys? I deboned all my birds. I got a turkey, two Cornish hens, and a duck. Everything got deboned.
You
And
sounds like
then
you're ready
all
to
of
you're
that went
ducking.
into a 5 gallon bucket filled with herbs and wine and salt, and it's been brining
Nice,
since
Brian.
Sunday. So it'll be nice and flavorful. Stir it twice a day, beginning and end of the day. So it's gonna come out crazy, crazy good. So looking forward to that tomorrow. I got infused mashed potatoes, infused scallop potatoes. What else do we have making? And then I'm doing a vegan stuffed squash infused thing for
So
the
what, you
hippies.
gonna stuff a tofu? You gonna stuff a tofu block?
Yeah. Stuff a turkey with the veggies, and we'll put the veggies on the side for it. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
I used to love that in Antigua. We had all my parents had American friends, so we have fucking Canadian Thanksgiving, then American Thanksgiving the next month.
No,
oh,
Thanksgiving in the Caribbean and Easter both fucking expensive as fuck. Cause turkeys and
Yeah, yeah,
like in Jamaica,
dude,
a
dude,
small turkey
potatoes,
is like
bro.
$250. A normal American sized turkey is like $350 to $400 in Jamaica.
so they
Like
imported?
US dollars, not Jamaican
Yeah, they
dollars.
import everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
it's
they,
fucking crazy
they import
expensive
everything in there.
in
Well,
the Caribbean.
they can get the turkey over there and raise it. I mean,
I mean, yes, they could.
they could. They,
There's
there's
a
no
few there's
reason
a
they
few
couldn't. Like
websites.
that bird gonna survive. It's
Well,
okay.
I always talk to my weed buddies about that. I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna smuggle down some turkeys, man. It's
Yeah.
like more money than the weed is. If I
Man,
could set up a turkey thing here, we'll be millionaires.
smuggle some turkey baby on a raft. Like that. The turkey refugee raft and send them
No,
to
no, what we'll
orphan.
do is we'll just drop them from a helicopter instead.
Oh, will you
You
do
catch
that?
some
That
frozen turkeys. Ah!
yeah, they're gonna be already frozen in the air. You want to raise them. You don't want to freeze them.
We can't drop them too high. We can't have friction building up and then heating up on the way down.
That was a real
Just
thing. Was it Oklahoma or Missouri or something? And then they did like, as a TV show, like a sitcom in the 80s or 70s that like did a spoof version of it. I forget what the exact story was on it, but I mean it was like started there was a real event of it, and then they thought it was so ridiculous that they put it in the sitcom.
Uh, I was watching those stupid Instagram stuff, and there was that guy with his wife, and his wife broke a leg hiking, and there's a helicopter coming to grab her, and they wrap her around that stretcher or whatever. And when they try to bring up the woman,
gets
she
caught in the
starts
washer
twisting on the
spinning.
cable.
Oh my god, yeah, I've seen some really bad videos
It
of
started
like
to twist really,
that. Oh
really
yeah,
quick.
like
I
just
would have
going
been
like
scared
nuts.
there.
Yeah, I've seen some fucking crazy ones where they take off. There's nothing they can do. There's
Yeah, they
nothing
kind
they can do.
of stayed there for a while, and they were like, "What we're doing,"
Oh
and they
man,
came out. I don't know what have happened after. Poor woman. Oh
fuck yeah,
God.
you wouldn't. At least you wouldn't remember the broken leg at that point or whatever.
No.
Like he's so fucking sick.
Yeah, I just hope that they shoot me some morphine
Ugh.
just before, so I'm kind of having a high when it starts to go like that and being like, whoa, it's trippy. Because if you're just suffering and being like in panic mode and it starts to happen, and no, no, no. It's like the worst thing. I've never been on a helicopter before. You know what? Yeah, I've never been on. I've been like carried by an helicopter, twisting like the rotor. So fun. Yeah. So you don't,
Also,
you don't pay
also,
for your ride, huh?
also, when Chad Westport fucking watches this show, you did a show called High School High, and not one John Lovitz reference. Come on, man. Come on. I'm just teasing. It was a good episode. You should check it
Yeah.
out.
Where is Chad that I can troll a bit? Chad, where are you?
I
Hello.
just thought I'd poke Chad a little on that one. If
Yeah.
you're gonna name something High School High, you gotta have at least one John Lovitz reference. Or at least a guy with cornrows having a police chase in the cornrows like in the movie.
I want to play
The
a,
first
a
like
game to see Chad a bit more, the more mean side of Chad, just so that it make a contrast, just a fun thing.
the intro to that movie is so fucking hilarious when he's like pulling into the school and all the different like cliques of the kids. It's fucking awesome. We were talking about nitrogen and phosphorus or something earlier. I forget
Yeah,
what.
we were.
Oh yeah, that was the thing with the branching. Or I was talking to you that you told me the ratio of phosphorus or the nitrogen, if I remember, for the branching. Um, was it that or the potassium? I start to be
The ratio
mixed up.
between each of them, I think it was.
Yeah, so the
Yeah, that was a
nitrogen to
ratio thing.
phosphorus, yeah, the nitrogen to phosphorus ratio is the thing that matters. So if your nitrogen to phosphorus ratio is off by too much. So for instance, like I generally shoot for pretty close to a 1-to-1 ratio in veg, and then like a nitrogen to phosphorus or close to it, within a small percentage. So like if I'm running phosphorus at like 35, I want nitrogen to be, 30 to 40. You know what I mean? Something like that. As an example, in a liquid solution like aquaponics or hydro. And that's parts per million for the amount for the unit. And then for instance, now if I was in flour, I'd want to run maybe 20 parts per million nitrogen to that 35-ish parts per million phosphorus, or maybe even 15, to cut that back. So that's what I mean by that.
Yeah,
So
one
that's
thing
that's
that I've noticed to adjust to it, depending on how that particular variety grow, is you have some of those shorter flowering, really leafy plant. Well, that thing you're gonna blast it with nitrogen earlier and maybe having a bit less in the later part of the flowering, but you need to get enough in the first part. While some of the variety that may not have as much leaf, you don't want to blast it too much with nitrogen at the wrong time, but you need to maintain a good level. Uh, not too low, but low enough. I mean, it's kind of a constant level. You don't want to get a big peak at the beginning, let's say, maybe because it doesn't need that much. I don't know. Think I've mixed it, but
well, so you
I've
don't want.
noticed that variety that are really short flowering, really leafy, you can feed it differently than the tropical variety that are not that much leafy.
Well, so if you have too much nitrogen, it'll stretch. You'll have more fluffier, larfier buds, but you'll also have like more of that like chlorophyll taste to it too. Nitrogen's higher. It definitely has an impact on the flavor as well, and it makes
Yeah,
the plants like weaker
yeah. Too
if
much
it's too high in
nitrogen
flower.
outdoor, your plant will have more susceptible to mold and other stuff. Yeah, that's for sure. Too much, it's not good.
Yeah.
Because
How's
the plant will take it as much the weather is favorable, but as soon that the weather start to be a bit on the bad side, whatever it is, the plant don't like to be fed too much nitrogen. I don't know, cannot take it.
the what was I gonna say? Oh, how's chat doing? I haven't looked at chat in a minute.
I
I
wonder
love
where you
to
guys
see.
cut a butt off. Now this right,
Lars said that he like culture and no longer need any space from other plant.
this right here used to be lime green, and it like totally went. Barely see how purple it is.
Went all purple on you?
It went all purple. Like it was lime green, and it for the first two grows it was like limest green, and then it just got a little bit cooler in my grow room, and like it just turned darkest purple.
Oh man, hit that with a little extra molybdenum, man. Look at it pop.
Oh, it is. I don't know how much darker it can get. It's almost black.
What's the color of
Camera doesn't look
molybdenum
that.
when you burn it?
What's that?
What's that?
If you burn molybdenum, what's the color of it? Is it bluish? Is it? I
Oh,
don't
there's
know.
I don't know, but if you have more molybdenum in your plants, your plants will get better colors. So like your blues will be bluer, your purples will be more purple.
Yeah, like
Like
you don't need the temperature change to have the expression with some of them. Like you'll just get
yeah,
like full expression of your colors. Like
yeah. So molybdenum
What's that one?
toxicity, molybdenum
sodium, molybdenum.
toxicity. So traditionally, if you want to do this at home, just use sodium molybdenate, dose at like zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.2 parts per million if you're using a dosing calculator, and then just pour that into your soil or your what the fuck ever else you're doing. But dose it like once when you first transplant plants, and then dose it again when you transition them to flower, like a watering or two before you flip them, and you'll get crazy purple plants. So plants will actually lock up excess molybdenum in order to because molybdenum, if it's in too much, if there's too much nitrogen, it will
Mm.
affect, or too much molybdenum rather, it affects negatively impacts the nitrogen uptake. So the plants like uptake too much and it fucks the plant up. So the plant will produce extra anthocyanin to kind of lock up some of that molybdenum to kind of like reduce the amount of it, so that
Mm.
it doesn't have that effect. So by giving it slightly extra molybdenum than it needs, you're kind of forcing it to do that. And it works really well. You don't have any problems. If you're running aquaponics, you actually have to run a little bit higher molybdenum than you would in soil because um, it burns through it faster because you're converting nitrate to ammonia, and it goes through molybdenum 3 times faster when you're converting it from nitrate instead of ammonia. So the plant will
Oh, when
consume
it's
it.
added
Now
in the
also,
process. Okay.
now also on top of that, if the plant does not have access to molybdenum, it can also use selenium in place of molybdenum for the same chemical process. But that's only if it is not able to get any molybdenum.
I just remember that when I was using a remote nutriment, there was more of that molybdenum and other smaller nutriment, and there was a more vibrant color. That's for sure. Um, yeah, just very vibrant color overall. So yeah, sure. Those that were prone to change color, they were changing color a bit more. Yeah. I don't know
My
if he really made it on purpose, but he always talk about how colorful is his plant, and yeah, that's true. It just
yeah,
good
the biggest
nutrition,
thing, if you can trigger a 20 to 25 degree Fahrenheit difference from daytime to nighttime, and then you hit boost the molybdenum, or even just boost the molybdenum alone, most of the time will do it. But if you really want to trigger it, just give a good 20-degree temperature swing, and that plant will trigger pretty easily.
Yeah, and when it goes cold like that, you want it to be dry enough with the air movement and the plant to react by yeah,
Yeah.
really shiny. But that's pretty much like when you were looking before the show at the different atmospheric event, like that's you said that
Oh
hate.
yeah,
What was that hate stuff?
the
That it
heat burst.
gets heat burst. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Hold on. Yeah, this is crazy. We were talking about this before the show. So there's these events called heat bursts. Let me find it. Record. Yeah, here it is. So the highest heat burst on record, supposedly, now unofficially, was 1972 at 201 degrees Fahrenheit. The hottest confirmed one was in the one in Libya or Iran or some shit. Where is it? It's 152 degrees. But so when you have these collapsing thunderstorms, put it up on the screen. When you have these collapsing thunderstorms, you get these crazy heat spikes, and you can get, 136 in Oklahoma, Cherokee, Oklahoma, 158 in Portugal, 140 in Texas, Cooperville, Texas, caused crop damage. I mean, it fries all the plants and everything. 137 in Mexico, 140 in Mexico, 188 in Iran. So
So
it's
even
pretty
if you
fucking
plant in
crazy.
the shade, forget it. Your stuff is dead. Just
Everything is cooked.
Dead.
Everything is fucking dead. Your livestock's dead. Everything's dead outside.
Yeah. Maybe some tree will put out some leaf again if it doesn't last too long. But yeah, that
But
thing is dead.
they don't last long. Like that's the crazy thing. So I didn't know what they were. I experienced one when I lived out in the desert, SoCal. And here's a good example. So these the friction from the downdraft creates heat. And you can create these like little weird heat vortexes where it just spins on itself and creates this downdraft that creates these crazy, crazy heat bursts. We were talking about it before the show. And here's all the official ones: 107, 82, 80. But it happens at nighttime. So it'll be like to me, the sun went down, and all of a sudden it got super hot at like almost midnight. It was really weird. And it happens again it was like within 4 to 5 minutes that this temperature shot up like 20, 30 degrees. So there's something weird that we were talking about weird weather events, thunder snow. I was asking Wes if he'd seen thunder snow because he's super far north, and apparently they don't get it very often that far north compared to us Americans farther south.
Shadow made downburst crazy in Florida in storm season. Yeah.
For sure. Got here as well. How's chat doing? What is chat cooking up? What kind of medicated things are you guys making for
Oh,
Thanksgiving?
there's a pig that was asking how big of a space is covered. He was talking, I think, for the
For the
molybdenum.
storms? So they're basically like just right around the storm, right? So it's
Oh, the
usually
storm.
within a few mile area that
Okay.
gets those heat bursts. It's not very big, but they're really strange to experience, especially when you feel it getting colder and all of a sudden it's like really hot when you go back outside. In the middle of the night, you're like, is the atmosphere cooked off? Like, how worried should I be right now? Like,
Is this a solar flare? Like,
Yeah, and why all my chicken are dead
oh God.
and I got the egg that already cooked. Yeah, that's kind of strange. Large say you grew head plant in the attic ants. They won't die if you keep them moderate, but they will grow super slow. Well, yeah, I remember doing some crazy stuff with friends when they were starting stuff, and one of the stuff I've realized is, yeah, you can have plants surviving in many conditions, but when you ask them what happened with your plant after 3 months, and they're like, "Oh, it doesn't grow that much." Okay, let me help you a bit. You're supposed to be pretty much on your end or close to or in flowering. No, it's funny how some people like they were trying those halogener light, not the high pressure stuff, and all the powerful light people were finding they were putting it to try to grow plant, and it's really narrow um, the distribution of the light, and it's pretty much like hate more than light for a lot of them. I had one that was for the that was a scene lamp. It was it was putting up a pretty good amount of light. It was still growing plants under it, but they were all stretchy and weird. Not good. What's the strangest light that you tried to grow plant at the beginning?
strangest, definitely
Honestly,
a plat. Go ahead.
oh no, oh, by all means.
I was gonna say a plasma light, the old Our
Yep.
very first generation plasma lights put out UVC, which was awesome.
Yeah, those
I
that you
I've
were
only
rated
seen those.
dangerous.
I only seen those in videos. I never seen one of the plasma.
Yeah, so the very first
Wow.
gen ones, you had to wear eye protection and cover all
Yep.
of
Oh,
your
I
skin
bet.
to work
Yeah.
under them. It was totally ridiculous.
I remember when it came
I
out. That's
bet.
it's kind of a you add that light in a bigger room, maybe really high, something like that.
It didn't generate any ozone.
So plasma kind of got a lot of
Mm.
better like resin production, but like it just
Oh,
wasn't
I bet it did.
practical really in any way. But they do
And
put
I
out
think yeah,
a fuck ton of light.
cost effective. There's no way. Like
Well, yeah, I remember when I did something on Light years ago, and there was a guy that was sponsored by a plasma company that kind of helped me to write that thing, and he was saying the same thing. Really expensive for like he's happy to not pay for that was pretty much his thing, like so that he can test it for them. And he said that he had put out pretty flower under it, but it was like a learning curve, you know. He had to do a few things to really see how he could make it work the best. But um he was mostly saying that it was way too powerful to put it in a tent. It was
Oh
like
yeah.
it's good for a room, but not for a tent. I mean,
As far as crazy stuff I've seen in the last 12 months, I've seen somebody pushing a pulse light. So it uses way less power, but it's like a strobe light from the plant. So it like
oh yeah, yeah,
strobes
yeah, yeah.
it
Well,
strobes down the row. So it like bursts little rounds of light down the row, and they're like brr, 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 brr. It's pretty crazy. I've not seen any bud grown under it.
yeah,
I saw someone that acquired one and trying to.
I had one of my crossbar LEDs that was like it was basically bleaching my plants because it was too powerful. So I turned it down, and then when I'd make a video under it, you would see the lights pulsing like the entire time because they would be going bright that thing. But then you when you look at it in your eye, you fucking couldn't see it. But the camera could pick it up, have the frames per second. I don't know.
yeah, you lower the frame by second. Oh man, yeah, that's one thing. Is the line with the sodium light? I remember when people were having some cell phone or cam under sodium light, they were having those line. It was so hard to take some good
It was yeah,
live stream, you know.
really needed a good filter on your fucking camera to get fucking good lights on your
Yeah, even then, I think I was still seeing some line passing.
well, no, see, if you got a filter and you put filter on the lens, that the probably the easiest one, the best one I'd say right now is probably Method 7 made a filter that would go over and where you could take perfect pictures under your high pressure sodium with it.
Hmm.
But and there were like you could just there were ones that would come in like you could get sample kits for the thing and put them in the back side of your lens and like there'd be sample kits for filters. You get these fucking. It was like it's like a bluish one that fucking uh worked well with fucking high pressure sodium. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember when my friend was talking about what kind of light uh, uh, I would like to purchase if I had to set up a garden. And one thing I told him is first, no more eye pressure sodium. It's hard on the eye. I want something white, clear. I don't give a damn what it do to the plant because I want to be able to spend time in the garden. I don't want to have a light that I feel sick like with the blur pole light. I was feeling sick even with those glasses that was supposedly made for. I was feeling sick and angry and like I don't know. It was really changing. Uh, my mood completely being under that light. So I was like, no, there's
Well,
something with that.
I've actually tried to stop going in late at night because I find it fucking affects the rest of the night.
It do, it do. Yeah, because it emulate a bit too much with the blue emission in part of
Yeah,
it, but yeah, that's true.
yeah, no. Maybe if I sat, if I sat through like fucking 30 light or something. You know,
Yeah, it
I
made me
definitely
lose the notion of time when yeah, I was doing something like, oh yeah, I'll do that and then go to sleep, and then I was feeling like if it was
I just
middle of the
assume now it's
afternoon.
because I was doing something I like or
Yeah,
always doesn't.
but that's one of the thing with the all those lights. It's always like um I've worked with those tomato greenhouse that there was a supplementary light, and a lot of the time when it wasn't that much needed, it was off. Mostly when we had to work there, we're not putting it on that day, or just like no, we're, we're tired of having that orange spectrum and having those blue flash in our eye because we've just happened to have the light coming in our eye directly. No, no, thanks. I got tired of it. The sun is
Plurals
already
were
strong
hard on
enough. Yeah,
plurals
yeah.
hard on the eyes.
Oh, that was the worst, man. That was the worst. Like, and now with the bar style and whatever, yeah, it's cool. It's more diffuse, like more efficient. I don't know what's that thing with. Lately, I've heard of about that sun on demand. It's just $6,000. Yeah, it's nothing. Hey, dude, are you on a budget? Do you want to grow bud to maybe fill back your pizza pink whatever. Anyway, your freaking pizza budget, whatever. No. Why not just spend on a light at $6,000? And don't forget, we have nutriment for you and inert medium. I mean,
My
now
assistant
give me a break, okay?
my assistant setting up a grow right now. So he's just ordered like a new Infinity 10 kit. He's like setting it all up right, and they almost had him. He was gonna get the lights, controllers turned on and turned off like fucking sunset. But I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter unless you're hitting 630. You need to hit 630 to 660 for it to fucking put the plant to flower properly. It doesn't matter if it turns on or off gradually. That makes no difference whatsoever. It really makes a difference whether it's hitting that spectrum of light if you want to put it immediately. And I'm like, that's not going to do that. It doesn't have
Yeah,
that.
if you want to blast your plant at the maximum of light, yeah, it's good to have that slow effect and going slower. Yeah, yeah. But no, not most of the tent grow don't need any of those fancy things, and they're gonna perform really good. Anyway, one of the things we use to say is why not change of strain, right? Oh, it doesn't grow like I want. Yeah, try another strain. I don't know. We're talking about that sweet skunk or island sweet skunk, whatever, from who you get it. Yeah, that's those long spare sea of green stuff. You're gonna grow with it. You flip early, you stack closely, and you get those long spare easily. But you don't need any fancy light to achieve that kind of result. You just need the right strain that grow like you already wanted it to grow. I mean, don't complain on the stretch. Use it at your advantage. It's funny. Just bend it. I don't know. What's the best
Like,
light you've used at West to date?
oh, see, all mine are knockoff Chinese.
My I really like those SK603s. They don't make them anymore now, but they that was my favorite I've grown under so far, model wise.
Yeah, a bit heavy things, but yeah, you can spray water on it and all that thing. Ooh, that's a nice
Right
logo.
now, I use like a HL 450 knockoff.
I got one of the subscriptions for Photoshop and shit, so I'm playing around.
Yeah, I would have to send you the order to make me another logo for my things.
Well, it's cool because you can use like the AI generators to make the main thing, and then you
Mhm.
can use Photoshop to kind of
That's
like
pretty sweet.
fix
Perfect then.
I like
the
it that
glitched
way.
out parts.
Hmm.
This one was funny.
Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah,
Kind of
it's
like it.
happy.
It's like, yeah, right.
That'd make a pretty
Yeah,
good sticker too, man.
the other
It'd be
one
a
was
great
more like a
sticker or a
shoulder
t-shirt.
badge.
Yeah,
Totally pretty.
it said a joyful cartoon is the description for that one. Oh, I like this one. This one's cool too. I forgot about this one. Check this one out. It'll also mean that we can. I've been working on some Captain CalMag stuff, so it's in the pipeline. But I think I like this one the most so far of the ones. That one's cool. I like that one a lot. Definitely my favorite so far.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Captain Calmag have been for a while a real character in the chat. So, just saying.
Yes.
It's a real person.
But
And he doesn't
yeah, man,
grow
this
with
is
Calmag, but he's the captain.
Yeah. It sucks. I had all kinds of internet problems last week, and I had to fucking call my internet company and get them to come out, fuck with the router and modem, whatever the fuck,
must
the
have done
modem.
something better.
What's that?
They must have done something right. Working way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, what else?
Oh, Pig said that he top at week 3 of flower if it's really stretchy. Yeah, I did that on longer development flowering
So
plant, but
so
I'm not a big fan of topping in flower now.
yeah, so the plant stopped growing on like day 21 to day 23 for almost all strains. So like, hold on, there's a really cool white paper on this. Let me find it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's a super dope white paper.
So, like, I should be targeting my badge 20 days.
Yeah, well, there's yeah, there's a video that I found that they did a study on topping and deflating and stuff like that. And the funniest thing I found out is most of their conclusion is stuff that was, uh, let's say, my own conclusion was leading toward that direction, and then confirm why. I was really happy, because I don't have that mean to make that real study like that. And I was, oh, okay, so it really worked because of that. Cool, cool. I've just found out that it was working. It took me years. It's funny, and they do that in one study. There you go. We found it. We've confirmed it with that verification process, and then again, and yeah, wow. But one of the thing I found out is they were saying like, yeah, you can defoliate. What they were saying that week 3 because week it recover a week at least before it stopped the normal grow of the more vegetative part. So at least having a recovery time before Otherwise, it was detrimental to the yield, and if you don't do that enough, it may be detrimental on the quality of the yield, and so it wasn't as equal, on the plant. So that's one of the things I remember from that video. Yeah, I can find it back. I just don't remember where I've put it.
I
Jay
think I've
Patrick asked how much flowers by bags. Well, you fill the chamber on the top of the volcano, and it's about as much as you put in a joint. I don't know, about maybe 0.7 at max. Probably there, probably a little less, probably 5 grams in there. And that will give you 5 to 7 really good bags, and then it'll give you another 7 okay bags. Then they'll start getting light for a while. Till about, I don't know, probably about 20 better off. Yeah, no, I truly enjoyed it.
It started to be really popular with the Compassion Club and those things back then when it came out, because people that have
It
never
was really
smoked before.
popular, but then when dabs came along, it kind of died off. It was
Yeah, but I don't see
more cost
a
effective.
grandmother taking a dab as much that I can see her braiding on that.
Through that, through that.
trying to find
And
this white
mostly when you
paper. I
cannot
can't find it.
cough.
There's a really good white paper out there that has like a dozen different strains or 8 different strains, something like that. And then it shows the flowering times and then how much they stretched vertically. And it was like almost all of them. It was like all but one strain completely finished in that time by like day 25 in terms of vertical growth. That was it. So it's basically like you basically have 3 weeks after you flip them on the vertical height for most cultivars. Again, this is based off of the one or two white papers that have been done on this topic. Like unless you have maybe a full blown Thai sativa or African sativa or something like that, or Indian sativa, it might go a little longer than that, but most of your Western stuff is going to be done in 3 weeks in terms of additional growth, you know, vertically anyway.
Okay, I just found out. So the video is
Trying
Cannabis
to find this white
Cultivation
paper.
Monthly Webinar September with Jim Faust. So I can copy that. You want to test it before, Wes, to see if that link is working? Because I've took it from a playlist and tried to remove the number after.
Man, I cannot find this white paper. It's annoying the shit out of me that I can't find this quickly. I can also barely see it on my left eye, so it's not helping. This one?
But yeah, that video that I've put out in our own chat is the how they summarize pretty much how to be more efficient for the quantity and quality of flower for vegetative growth, the ratio and the quality, all that. So I don't know. I like it. Their conclusion. It was yeah, well done.
Response intensity. That's it. cannot find this. I know there's a really good paper that has all these nice graphs on when it leveled out height wise with quite a few different types of cultivars, and I cannot find this
Probably it's
paper.
probably even
But
in your Google Drive.
yeah, but is it
It's a
from?
hundred. I get you. It's
Okay, I
100% in
got
that
fucking
Google Drive.
guaranteed
It
that,
is
that's
definitely
too
in that
much
Google
shit.
Drive. But and for anyone that doesn't know, I could throw them in the chat.
Well, they can join the Growing with Fishes Discord.
If you join the Growing with Fishes Discord, which I'll put in chat in the description, then you can get access to these.
Yeah, there's there's a ton of books. There's so many different, like there's so many wormholes.
Yeah, there's like
You can
4,000
go down.
links between the different ones.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me put this in chat here.
Rest.
So there we go. So you guys can check that out if you want to access the Discord. I'll put it in the chat description as well.
Oh, it you want it just
We were thinking about making one for this show, but I don't know if we have enough. I don't know. We'll ask the listeners, would they hang out on the Discord if we made one, or if they have enough other Discords really to do?
think that's
Who knows?
where the market is saturated.
What you say, Wes? Your mic is off again.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
very quiet.
I said the fucking Discord market is saturated.
Yeah. I
I
think it
don't
is
know.
cool. Some of them have different events. I really like listening to Duke Diamond's one on Fridays. He has one like Friday nights. It's pretty cool. And I like watching UFC and over on the Growcast one. There's like lots of cool little communities that do different events now. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I watch a lot, some stuff. Yeah, there's some UFC and box and other stuff on Pantelis Discord, Pantelis Comedy Discord. They stream a lot of things like that. Yeah, there's many Discord that will stream some of those event of box or MMA. That we can watch together. Yeah. What you say, Wes?
I think you mean allegedly.
Yeah,
Well, playing the video games and stuff.
yeah, you can stream your video game. Oh, I've seen they've added a new option that is kind of an open party. So whoever see that you're playing that game and streaming it, and they can join even if they are not part of your Discord. And I think you can set it up that when that event is done, they are kicked out. A bit like when you invite some people as a guest only and like temporary guest only, so they get kicked out after that. I found it quite funny. Yeah, you can come to see me play and play with me, but I don't want you around after that.
You actually, let's see if I can get the thing up. Trying to show you guys last week. We kind of have we're gonna be releasing it here in the next probably 2 weeks to the public. Um, let me find it here. Here it is. Okay, so Caleb from Copyleft Cannabis. Uh, I'm also on the board of Copyleft Cannabis and I'm helping develop this with him currently, but he is doing the vast majority of the work. I'm just kind of helping feed him data, helping with some of the server stuff on the back end. He put together this wonderful grow bot, which is going to be available through the Patreon for Copyleft in order for us to raise some money for Copyleft to have money to continue doing all the awesome work that they're doing for open source genetic registration for cannabis and other plants. And Okay, so let me. Great, it's giving me a fresh one. Okay. My screen share again. Okay, cool. So check this out. All right, so uh, I live in, we'll just say Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma. I want to make a natural farming inspired uh, nutrient solution for my garden. I have 3 grow beds. One has cannabis. Okay. Grow bed 1 has cannabis. Grow bed 2 has peppers, tomatoes, and squash.
Your tomato looked like it dumb toes. No, no. No, your pepper take 2p.
It'll fix it. Grow
Okay.
bed 3 has lettuce, spinach, um, beets, radishes, and kale.
Yeah, yeah. I was sure you were
Give
to add
me
that one.
3 recipes. Yeah, I'll just throw in whatever.
No,
It's a
I'm kidding.
normal person's garden.
Yep.
Oh, each grow bed is 4 feet by 24 feet.
Oh.
Give me 3 recipes for fertilizer solutions for each grow bed to meet their nutrient requirements that I can forage or source locally. Now it's going to use all the data from Open
Mm.
Nutrient Project that I put together from that project and feed it into this with the work that he's done. And also it knows all of natural farming, Jadam and KNF. And yeah, so it's going to come up with solutions for those and then um, give you some recipes on preparations. And it knows it can do custom like formulated lactobacillus and all kinds of other ferments and composts and things like that. If you want to get fancy with it, it can get pretty technical because it knows the parts per million values for all these local plants and stuff. So, and other
But I
resources.
like begging people for repeating the same thing they told me a week ago.
So,
It make me some interaction. No, no, it's
and
really
you can
good.
see it also gives you application rates, how much to apply, how much you're going to need. So it kind of like tries to make natural farming way fucking easier for people just getting started. So this is going to be released to the public here soon, um, and into a beta for Patreon. So check it out.
Crazy. Look,
We'll have that available here soon.
that is
Oh,
cool.
I didn't mean to hit, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. That's okay. All right. So you can see here. Oh, is it still generating? Okay. Yeah, it tells you that, a little bit about all the different things. It kind of explains the nutrient balance for each bed in the beginning, um, and then goes through it. So it's pretty great.
I've just seen the grapefruit ashes. I've never had enough grapefruit skin ash. I don't know if I would have to start eating a bunch of it if I want to do that. too.
Well, that's why it tries to get creative with like
Yeah.
things that are sourceable. You could be like, hey, I don't have that resource. Give me another option for that or whatever. So It does a really good job of trying to be resourceful. And again, right now it's not you fully utilizing the whole database right now. We're fixing some glitches, so it's 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 a work in progress, but it's pretty fucking kick-ass. Um, I can be like, give me a good plant ferment plant lactobacillus ferment fertilizer for flower for cannabis and flower. And it'll give me a pretty good fermented plant fertilizer um, with different herbs in it. Yeah, comfrey leaves, unsulfured molasses, lacto, and water. So there you go. But yeah, and you can be like, hey, I want to boost this or that or whatever, and if you want to ask it ratios, you have set ratios. It'll pull from the plant database. It also does disease stuff for plants and all that, but we haven't the mineral side's a little more developed than that other half yet, but we're working on it. So that'll be available here soon for a little monthly donation to Copyleft, which money will go towards continuing the genome project and everything else that they're working on for Copyleft registration, which is fucking
Lars
awesome.
asking if there's a safety to prevent you from asking about salt. Oh, you're muted, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. It'll fall back to GPT if it doesn't know, but it's mainly pulling from it queries all of our data sources that we fed it before it goes to, and so this has its own database that it's built, and I've given him a bunch of data for it, and he's compiled all of that, and then he's also worked hard to feed into it all of the Jadam and KNF stuff and a whole bunch of other cool natural farming techniques that are fed into it. So it knows how to do all those. Plus, it has all the data, the nutrient data from all the stuff that I had from Open Nutrient Project, because I gave him access to the back end data files that I built it with. So it's and like I said, it's not. There's a couple of glitches right now where we've this new version of GPT-4 actually is helping fix a lot of those um, quickly. So again, it's just something that needs a little bit more development time, but it's going to come out in beta here in the next 2 weeks, and you guys will be able to play with it. It's fucking
Nice.
cool.
That's cool. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's something that it's like kind of the ultimate vision that I saw originally for like an app kind of thing for Open Nutrient Project, except it's way better because you can just ask it questions. You know what I mean? It's like a way better version. So when I saw what he did with that, I was like, cool, let me send you a bunch more data that you don't have access to yet. Been really helping with them since then the last 2 months. It's great. But shout out to Caleb, Copyleft, working fucking hard, putting that together, and the rest of the team at Copyleft who did a, a fucking kick-ass job putting that together.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, we have a whole big giant drive of stuff that's fed into it that is only going to grow. I'm currently working on converting a bunch of stuff to feed into it right now. So again, that'll only get better. Those gigantic libraries that we were just talking about. So it'll be kind of neat because will have this like it's like the ultimate guy behind the counter to ask questions to. You know what I mean?
You should have a AI generated question to Coot with all
Master
the
AI.
yeah.
Yeah, it should
You
have just
should
like
put
a guy with a backwards hat, like long hair, just like smoking a joint behind the counter, like a
yeah
big like cup of matcha.
answering all. I want to see a version with Coot that is swearing
He
at you,
gives you a
saying,
dirty look every time you ask a dumb question. Yeah.
yeah, and hey, cupcake.
All right, cupcake, and he rolls his eyes.
Well, I got thinking that so somebody made the the narrator with David Attenborough. So like he like can put his camera on and it's like David Attenborough like narrates his life of like whatever he's doing. It's pretty
Yeah.
great. But it'd be great to have like that, but like Coot, and he's like, "What are you doing, dumbass?" Like almost in, like the same style as like Full Metal
Putting this
Jacket, but
cow
it's like
mag in.
yeah, but it's like Coot yelling at you about gross stuff. Like that would be great.
You idiot, that's
Oh,
all water. That's all water.
Yeah,
yeah.
or Coot GPS. That would be great.
Are you telling me
No, it's
I
that
need a
way.
new
Read
regiment?
the MSDS. Jesus. Fuck.
What? I need a new regiment
You're headed towards the
program?
beach. It's like this way to Kelp. And then you're headed back inland. It's like this way to malted barley.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yeah, that
I
I
still
bet
think the
you.
best
I
is
bet you
people
we have
trying to
enough
sell him
footage.
their products at one of the conferences. That's what I want to see is
Yeah,
him with
no, we
the
have to. We have to. We absolutely have to get a full fucking like totally kitted out Captain Calmac suit with like fake muscles and everything, right? And then like full like a bandana thing on,
all
and then like have him
poultry.
go into the thing as like a mascot style, like Captain
Yeah, I
Calmac
want
over his
that guy
head, and
covered in
he's just
baby
like
powder.
just just fucking belittling and hating on his absolutely everything, no matter how great it is. Oh, dude, that'd be great. Dude, I would literally die. I would stop breathing. I would laugh so hard.
Yeah. Do you think it got
I would,
enough calcium nitrate in it? You really think so?
dude, I would fucking die laughing. I would have such a good time. And he's such a fun. I don't know. I fucking we have fun when he's on the show. I would feel bad for missing him last week. I just my router was being on the fritz or modem rather was the fritz last week, so I had like enough signal to send text messages, and that was about it from where I'm at because I live in Bumblefuck, and then I'm also in like a dip valley to where there's like just if I don't have the fucking hardwired modem, there's just not going to be a signal here. We're just in the mountains, so but it's nice.
struggle is real.
Except for the windstorm the other day when a huge tree come down like 40 feet from the house. That was not fun.
Yeah, that's when you like that the trees are not too huge back east, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck, don't take a very big tree, do a lot of damage, man. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck, a little one will fucking wreck the side of a place easy.
I mean, mostly oaks around here. So they're pretty big.
They're pretty heavy, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dense wood. Yeah.
And their
Tougher than
branch are
the
growing nearly horizontally sometimes, so kind of catching the wine and break.
I use a chainsaw regularly at work, but I love watching the videos where people uh are cutting and cut through their holding wood and lose control of the tree and drop it on their house. Quite enjoy them. Quite enjoy them. A little too
It's
much.
not even hard. First off, notch the direction that you want lower than the way you're going to cut it.
And leave your holding wood.
Yeah, and leave leave the heartwood or Hollywood or whatever you want to call it, and
The
then
holding wood, yeah. Yeah.
and then uh and then fucking attach a fucking chain or some shit to the higher up on the tree, high as up as you can get. Pull some tension on it, like the back of a pickup truck on a winch on the hitch or whatever, just to give it a direction to go. just a little bit, just to help steer it, and
I
then
put
you cut
wedges
the
in.
back of it. There you go.
I
I've
put the.
done
I
that
just
fucking
drop
so many
wedges in.
times. Go ahead.
I drop wedges in. I use the stackable wedges. I'm actually a certified faller.
Okay, never mind. You tell us how to do it then.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
no.
fair.
Yeah, we have an expert. The expert should be telling us.
I well, I could go log at any point, but yeah, no, you have to be certified to do what I do. But yeah, I put stackable wedges in, and then like each wedge will push the tree 15 degrees, so you can bring a tree way back up if as long as you got the holding wood in there and it notched properly.
I think I can operate safely a nail cutter, but yeah, I'll stay at my nail cutter. I don't want chainsaw stuff with.
I've never felled a really large tree that where we didn't basically piece it down. Um, but I've done some pretty tall, skinnier trees, just by notching them all inside and then falling them like that, but nothing too crazy. Nothing like
Well,
what you've done.
I did
I just
handsaw some tree in the wood, and I found out that it's really hard on the hand and arm. So I was
the
like, oh
vibrations a
man,
lot. Yeah.
no, it's surprising how, like, the first time you do it, and you're like, I've seen enough people, I can try. No, it's another game. And I had those small one that you get like at the Omar or whatever, and like there was maybe 2 feet large, not the big one. And it's pretty long. It's not easy. Okay, I'll do it. But depending on the type of wood. But I think it's a yellow birch tree. Um, is it what's it called? I'm not sure. But it was super hard, man. It took me a couple days to
There's
go there and doing a
there's
yeah.
the two types of birch are white and Alaskan, I believe, that we have here in North America.
Okay. That
Alaskan
one.
is the one that looks more yellowish.
Yeah, okay, that exactly that one. Yeah, it was a pretty big one, and we had to cut it to make a big clearance, and that wood was good, so we did not want it to just cut it bad and fuck the log. But man, it took me a couple time, and I was like, I'm dumb. I should have asked someone with a chainsaw to come do that. I was just trying to do it by myself. And then I asked to my grandfather how they were doing their things, and he showed me how big the handsaw was. I was like, okay. I took something for midget, and he was like, how big the tree was, and he looked at me like, yeah, no, like you should have asked someone before you start doing something dumb like that. Like the dent on the side he had was super huge and formed differently, and he was like, "No, what you have is just like a survival thing you put on your backpack if there's a tree in a trail when you're with your VTT or something." He said, "Like, no, you don't go log in the wood with that." But when I like it the axe, but I cannot maneuver axe that much safely anymore. So since there's already a wood splitter that you can hook on your tractor or something, I'm like, no man, I would get that thing. There's no way I would split it myself. I could not make enough. I would maybe lose the axe. Because my hand won't hold it. It's not safe. Oh, it's
I
ugly,
put that
right?
on a t-shirt, man. That'd be a fucking sick
Yeah, that's
t-shirt.
like the girl T-shirt for that smoke show.
Fuck
It's
that.
more
I'd wear
manly.
that. I don't even care. I wear the shit out of that.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
but you
muted
got
again, potent.
you got a teddy bear T-shirt. It's okay, so
Well,
you
Yeah,
try
it's
to
a
can
make
wear
it
it.
fit.
Wu Tang teddy bear. And did you see that old dirty bastard son is performing for him in Wu Tang? I
Is
thought
he
that
just
was
young
dope.
dirty bastard? Is that it?
Yeah, he must be young dirty bastard. I guess I don't know.
Should just be
Yeah,
young
yeah.
dirty bastards.
He's performing all. He kind of looks like his dad too. So it's
Yeah.
kind of sweet.
Just dirty bastard. Does he sound like him?
He does a little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, a little bit. He did
a little
have a
bit.
weird
Yeah, he
voice.
does. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. He's pretty good. I wouldn't dare play any of it. It's all copies. So.
I don't have a good memory of that band when they came out with the song that they were talking about punk ass in it, and then at the school everyone was calling the punk with that song. So it's just a bad memory linked to that thing. But I remember seeing an ad of them selling some oil pen that was with some shatter or something like that. That was the Yutang shatter pen. I don't know how they were calling it. I still have that magazine somewhere, but
These guys are fucking kick ass. They're like a
oh yeah,
Swedish
yeah, yeah, Viagra
rock
boy.
band.
Yeah,
Viagra
yeah, that
Boys. These guys fucking kick ass. I've been listening to
the
them a lot lately.
yeah, the Research Chemical song is pretty good.
Yeah. And this one's good too, Girls Boys. It's just really good jazzy fucking like jazz
Uh,
punk.
yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
good.
The Shrimp Session show, I've seen it. It was pretty good to see them live.
Yeah,
Well,
dude, I would totally
that
go
day.
see them live. They're great. But I just like found them recently and been
Yeah,
blasting them in
yeah.
the shop while I've been cooking stuff. We passed our first of 2 inspections this week, so one more to
Oh,
go. Then we can start selling food to the public. It'll be great. Or like food to the public, like inside the shop. We have our manufacturing shit, so we can package shit and sell it, but we'll be able to sell like fresh drinks, like a cafe style. Be fucking sweet.
so what will be the shape of a funny edible you will do? We already got Mike Tyson that got the air bite,
I don't know. I think it's something good.
maybe a toe. I don't-
Yeah. They do actually that would be a Canadian thing, the whole or is that an American thing? The Yukon toe? Or is that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought that was
yeah, yeah,
Canadian.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
that was
Dawson.
Canadian. Isn't it a
Yeah, it's
Canadian
North
thing?
Canadian. Yeah, at
Yeah,
Dawson
what's the
City, if
deal
I
with that?
remember. Yeah, it's that petrify the toe in
Yeah.
whiskey, I think, and you have to touch it
Sour
with your
toe
lip.
cocktail.
Yeah,
Ah,
There
nice.
we go.
yeah, yeah. My uncle did it. Yeah.
I'll do the toe right after the prairie oysters.
Yeah, and then they get people that donate them. And
A toe
once in a while,
cocktail.
people swallow the toe.
No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You will be fine
No,
anyway.
no, no. If you swallow the toe, it's like hella fucking expensive. They have a fine for that.
Yeah, 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 they will find you. You don't do that.
But
You have
there's
to
a
respect the toe, man.
there's a
Yeah,
really
here's the toe.
cool. There it
Fuck.
is.
No fucking way. Fuck that shit. No
Yeah,
fucking way.
but
So Terry
Wes,
Gross.
there's no Mikos anymore in it. There's no Mikos. Don't worry.
So the best part is there's a dude that looks like a boat captain that serves you the drink and
Oh
puts
yeah,
the
and there's
toe.
outwall
He like
ceremony.
he comes out, yeah, as a whole ceremony. He comes out. It's like
He
an
was
Owen
there
hat,
when fucking Billy the
opens
Kid
it,
got
and then
fucking shot in the poker game. Like, Jesus
yeah, he's
Christ.
the guy that saws the toes off.
Man.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you have to touch it with your lips.
Yeah.
Kiss it.
Turns out he combines two fetishes,
Yeah, yeah.
necrophiliaism and pedophilia.
So so
I mean,
everyone
Well,
on
I
those
think it's
porn sites, you guys
I
cannot
think it's
top
more
it.
like necrophilia and then like a foot fetish, really.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I
It's
guess so. I
like
guess so.
that's pretty much a combo.
Necrophilia.
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 Yeah, that's necrophoty.
Necrophilia. But there's an NPR, Terry Gross, I think it was, or somebody on NPR had an interview with like the guy that's like the owner of the bar, or
Yeah,
like the descendants of the owner of the bar or whatever, and talked about the whole thing and how there's like it's like on like toe 28 or whatever. But they
but
have now that that's like super popular, like a ton of people donate their toes. They have like 20 or 30 in case somebody does something stupid. And they like I guess retire the toes too. So like after so many years they like kind of get weird. So they like retire the toes and then bring out a new toe.
well, don't there was
Like the
a
whole
toe
thing.
that
So
got
You get
abducted
too
at one
wrinkly
point?
from being.
I
I'm
think there
really
was
into
one of those two
taxidermy,
abducted.
especially human taxidermy stuff. So I'm like so my
It
I
puts the
grew up
lotion
I grew
on.
up near check it out. So I grew up near like if you're there's two places on earth that you can be into this kind of thing and have access to like cool shit.
Body part?
Hey, tell me the two places I won't be going.
No. Check it out. Check it out. So
Is it like
Jefferson University Medical Center has this super cool museum called the Mutter Museum of Medical Oddities. And
oh
they
yeah,
have
the
like the coolest shit ever there. Oh, where's the picture? Oh,
all
one
the
second.
deformities and stuff and formal and
Apparently,
all
we
that
have a
shit.
different bar for cool.
Y-
So
Yeah.
like so they have a whole wall of
Here's the
skulls
biggest
from like
cancer we ever pulled out of someone's
people
ass.
they have a wall of skulls and each skull represents like each genetically different human population around the world.
Yeah, but where's the
Like
bubble head on it?
they have like a cast of the
Oh yeah, that
Siamese twins. They
Siamese,
have
yeah.
like all
Oh,
kinds
is
of
that
giant
dude?
skeletons.
Is that like that dude growing a tooth out of his head? Is that what that is?
There's a
Hmm.
horn, natural horn.
The
There's like a
elephant
dwarf
man, I
I
think
think
skeleton.
there's
that's a
something
fucking.
about.
I think that's a misplaced incisor that grows backwards.
Uh, wow.
But they have like a giant skeleton, dwarf skeleton, tons of
Uh,
pickled punks.
but
Um,
that's a unicorn, right? Or is it
like
no?
just a huge collection
Ah man, look
of
at that baby
babies.
with like 20 arm or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
just well wow, that's
a huge
strange.
like the biggest human colon ever pulled out of somebody. Like
Uh,
all kinds of cool like anatomical things that were
what's
made for
that?
teaching medical students back in the
Yeah.
day that are all human. And like the lady that's turned to soap and all kinds of like if you want to learn about the human body and learn about like just really cool disease like how diseases affect the body and like from a medical standpoint it's just a cool fucking museum and I grew
Yeah.
up going
This is
here
why you don't fuck your cousins, right here.
So
every
so
year or two
so if you're a
like all like
lightweight, you go at Dawson, and if you're more heavy, you go on that Mother Museum. Okay. Oh, look. Wow.
like
Wow.
really the stuff you're not going to
Look
see
at
anywhere
that.
else,
A
right?
double
Like,
body with the jointed head. That's kind of scary.
right?
The jointed
But
head like that, I've never
so
seen it.
they have an incredibly insane collection. So they have like the main museum,
Ah,
which is like the same um stuff that they have on display, and they have a couple of side halls, and they rotate through like
yeah.
different parts of the collection that are kept in the basement. So it's fucking really neat. But if you're so the only other museum like that on the planet is in Germany.
Oh, that guy that do the plastification of the body part, is it that?
No. That guy's
No,
a
it's another one.
has a he has a studio in New Jersey or New York. One of my ex-girlfriends actually used to work for him. She used to do prosthesis. This cool Asian chick with I dated for a bit that had white dreadlocks. Pretty neat. I haven't thought
Asian
about her in a
girl
long
with
time.
dreadlock. Why
Yeah, you
not?
don't see too many
No,
Asian
there
chicks with
isn't a
dreadlocks.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What Asian dreads are probably the rarest.
Yeah,
But they must be really tough because they have really strong hair. So
You know what?
They
Now
won't
that I
fall too
think
much.
back, I can think of one like Asian lady, but she had like a mono dread. It was just single fucking monstrous dread. It was
Yeah,
one giant one.
like trailer park dread. Like you just haven't left
Yeah,
your
it
house
was
in fucking 2 years.
yeah, it was fucking it was something.
Yeah,
It was that big around, man. It was
but it pull on your head all the time. Like that pressure, just I don't know. I don't think I would like to get only one big, huge like that put all the pressure. I had dreads before. I'm like, no, not only one big. Yuck.
Dude, my
No.
my dreads now are like legit almost to my knees, and they're getting heavy. Not gonna lie,
Yeah, it is.
fucking heavy. I've definitely thought about giving them, like just shortening them up a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, and don't forget that you got all the air over there. There.
man, you'd have been a great extra on Pirates of the Caribbean. Like
So yeah, Wes, you had dreads when you were going to swim in the ocean?
I I've never had dreads. I've had cornrows a few times, but no, never dreads.
So that if anyone ever does want to get dreads, you want to braid all your hair first so you can get your scalp lines right, and then go back and dread it, and it'll come out much better. You'll be much more happier. That's the one thing I fucked up the first time. And then once I
Yeah,
learned that,
yeah, don't let it go on a kind of how you said, when you just wrap your head, like if you had a beaner on your head and then you see few big dreads coming out of it. That thing is horrible. We had to cut the hair of a girl, like it was just trapping moisture over there, and I won't describe. It was just disgusting. So we said, "Girl, we have to remove it, and we'll make you cute little dreads like the black girl if you want." But no, you did the wrong thing. You should have come to see us before. Should have let it go into. Yeah, it was just wild. Just one summer, not taking care too much of her hair, and yeah, she had to cut it back. Yeah, a lesson learned. Like, yeah, ask people what they're doing before, because yeah, you don't want it to bring mold and all that crap. There's a way to clean it a bit more. I just don't like it because of that. It's the care that you have to take. So yeah, Wes, I don't see you with the dress, but yeah, if I try to picture you with a mohawk, it would be even worse. So I think maybe dreads would be better for you.
you know
My
what's, you
hair,
know,
my hair.
I thought it. Did you guys see that? What's his name? What's the guy? Santos, George Santos, finally got taken down this week too over
Oh,
having an
Did
OnlyFans
he?
account. Yeah, because he was
Uh,
using campaign funds for OnlyFans. But I was talking to my buddy the other day. Like, so we were all kids. Everybody wanted to like date a porn star, and like OnlyFans is like democratized dating porn stars, right? Like, it's really. In fact, just the other day they have. So during COVID, everybody got into like days and stuff. It's become more popular. OnlyFans now has like a free program if you're an OnlyFans person for 3 months. You can sign up and get a free like full Japanese style of a day, and it has a little camera and the thing that goes forwards and backwards, and you can keep it as long as you're active for the company. It's great.
that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm
Yeah,
so happy to
yeah.
hear that.
Well, yeah. Okay. I still miss when there was those ad on TV with the hot girl in your area. Because with OnlyFans, now it's the hot girl next door that you did not wanted to know what she was doing in her free time to earn some money. But it just removes some of my phantasm. I don't know, but it's okay. Reality check.
Not only that, you can make your wife a porn star, and she doesn't even have to know.
Yeah.
Honey, just let me take some pictures of your feet. Come on, please.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever considered to donate one
I
of your
need you
toe?
to.
Just
I need
kidding.
you to pour this
Don't actually
honey
do
on
that.
your feet, and then.
and
No,
dip it in
I've been
salt.
working on a
Oh,
whole.
I thought about like you could run that game where you just like hire like fucking models to mash cake and shit with their feet off a fucking thing. You could probably make some fucking pretty good coin off of that.
Oh man, there is one of the thing with
Yes.
the feet stuff that I've always find funny is that it's way more easy to convince one of your friends to only show his feet to show a feet, have a feet show. I guess than having like, oh, let's have full sex together, guys. It's more easy to convince, like, hey, let's have a show showing our feet. Yeah,
Go to a
it's
7-Eleven,
feasible.
some chick like waiting to check out just to buy a Slurpee. Be like, "Hey, film your feet, girl."
Show me your feet.
Show
No,
your
that's strange. I'm not sure if it's less of a weirdo asking about
hilarious.
that. It's maybe less offensive asking, but it's really more weird.
No, I've been
Like the
working.
level is different. That's for sure.
I've been working on a whole OnlyFans set for my stand-up. I finally found a place nearby I can go hop on a mic. So
But
Nice.
have you ever think at those knee fetishes? I've never heard about the knee fetish.
no, never heard of knees.
Yeah, I mean, there's some body part that are left behind, and we don't talk about the behind that.
You're not down with ears, are you?
Yeah, come on, my ears, sexy ears. And the neck, I've heard about it. The lips, maybe I don't know, but there's some body part that are left behind. That's for sure.
No, I
So
always like it. I'll have like once in a while, I'll be like some chick in a club will be like, "You look really good if you shaved your beard." I'll be like, "You look really good if you lost like 30 pounds." They never seem to take it too well.
Have you ever considered doing squat?
Yeah.
doing squat.
You know what a you know what a sit-up is?
Girl, your body's there, but your face is 10 minutes late.
Show me your butt.
Yeah, I just don't. Why do people go up to other people and be like, change? No, fuck you. Like, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm not talking about like facial hair, weight, whatever. Like, just don't
I
do
can
that
fix
in a
him.
context.
No,
God
you
damn it.
can't.
So, yeah, that no, but if you were like she want, there would be no work left. So she need a challenge maybe.
Some chick,
Let's see what I can do.
I dated this chick a couple months ago, and she was like, "You should save your mustache." I was like, "Look how long my mustache is. Why would I shave this for you? Do you understand how long this took? Like, fuck you."
Yeah, well,
This is street credit in the KNF community.
Yeah. Well, this is where the good IMO comes from. You gotta use the beard to start. This is why Chris Trump always has a
Master
beard.
Cho knows I'm serious.
Master Joe, Matt Powers, fucking all the good KNF people. That's the secret. That's the part we don't tell you
See, I haven't
guys.
been doing it right.
You gotta move
keep
people
it
with
hairy.
beard. Now you know.
Fuck, I've been doing it wrong all this time.
Yeah, all that natural farming, the only key is being hairy. You collect all your ammo and your bird and carry it around as a defensive system. Yeah, it can work maybe. No, that's one thing that go to when he was answering how to add a microbe in your system. It won't say the whole thing, but you can dip your finger somewhere and then put it in the soil. You should have a lot of microbe now, or add some worm casting. It's always a alternative. Yeah.
Oh, someone asked if they want to see me without a beard. I gotta go back a while to find a picture. Hold on.
Oh yeah, the one in Jamaica, you did not have one, no?
When
No, I had one.
the one with the eagles. There was I
Yeah,
guess the
that
brave
one's
one.
really that's
Yeah, with
before
the eagle.
I grew one. Fuck.
Oh, you made me think that the last time I took a picture of me, I had a big bird, and I don't know. Huh. I've shaved it. I've get rid of my ammo. I should have sell it, man. I mean, I've collected that for a while. Well, there are some goodies in air if you don't add too much beauty stuff, uh, but it's really slow release. It just and there's a tiny bit of sulfur in the air. There's an impact on pH. I think if I remember, it's nitrogen and it can lower the pH slowly. Yeah, but it's not bad. I had a old grow book, really old, and in that thing there was they were talking about a guy that had a hair salon and he was collecting all the hair from people that had natural coloring, natural color hair, as a a
Yeah.
supplement for their fertilization, and they were saying it's not the strongest thing, but there's something there. Yeah. That's
This
your
was the
emo
last time I
pass.
cut my hair. That's before I had dreads at
Uh,
all.
uh,
Not long
uh,
before I got my first set.
I was thinking that's when you've met Jesus. Yeah.
No, that was yeah, definitely had the Jesus vibe going
The
on.
last one, it's like, oh, I don't know. You had that look. Like I saw Jesus.
Hold on. I got a cheesier one than that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
like totally embarrass
But
myself with this. My ex
you look
made
good
this
on
one.
this picture. Honestly, I can
Where
laugh
is it?
about it, but you look good.
My fucking ex made this one. So here you go. You guys, she made this. I was like 16 or some shit. There you go. You can laugh at that one.
Oh, oh.
Anyways,
Why the emo?
no, I don't know.
I
We
don't
played a
know.
lot of
There's a few of
EverQuest and
them
World
that,
of Warcraft.
yeah. Were you listening to Cure or something? Misfit maybe? No. Oh, that's good. It's funny. I don't have a lot of. I don't know.
One more.
I
There
think
you go.
I think I found back
I
the other day some picture when I
had my
was
hair
like
red
14.
and it washed out in like 2 weeks. It was great.
I'm not sure. I think I have one where I had pink hair. I may find it too, but
Hey,
yeah.
here's my old dreads that I cut off. My sideshow bob dreads. My original
Uh,
StarCraft and Unreal Tournament poster on the back.
You look like most of the teenager in my class in high school when the grunge was still a thing. Honestly, you make me remember that kind of look. Yeah. And it was smelling cigarette and ashes in the hallway. It's no longer smelling anything when I go around school. It's just boring. Back then, there was cloud of smoke everywhere, and I don't know, there was more action around the school. Uh, I've passed it beside the high school the other day. It was, oh, that looked kind of boring. And then I see the other side in the parking lot. There was a police van. It was like, oh no, don't tell me that in October there was like already someone getting arrested at school. That's pretty bad, you know. What was that shit?
Which is the first thing. What else pulling up?
That's awesome.
The picture came up. Thought it was funny. Anyways, hopefully you guys got a good laugh out of that one.
That was pretty funny. I feel like I must have hurt her teeth, but
I think we used one of those pictures for one of the episode things.
yeah, the one with the fucking ear, the black earrings. We used that one before.
Yeah. Try to pick on everyone equally on that aspect.
Yeah, we'll have to find something.
Equal opportunity harassment around
You can be
here.
bully at least one time. Don't worry.
Actually,
We got you.
speaking of which, I don't know if we need an embarrassing picture of Evil Deadly Fart. I don't think he's gotten the treatment yet.
I don't have
No,
a
he
lot
definitely
of
hasn't.
picture to fight with, but
Convenient.
I will try to find something.
You know what? Evil Deadly's got a really good one of fucking Coot. Like he's got a fucking one of Coot, like from
What?
fucking
Oh
yeah, from
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I saved
30,
one.
35 years ago. Like
Oh, dude, you
pretty
gotta
good.
show us.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay. I know where it is.
I
Let me see
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's him that I've shown. I've not.
I didn't recognize him.
No, huh? No, I
I
told you
didn't
like.
recognize him at first. You're like, who's this? And I'm like, that is Tua.
Yeah, that one's cool too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
to find
I wish
one.
you used the same font on the two S's on that one. That's the only thing. I like the first S a lot better than the second.
Yeah.
Where I've put that? Um, I found something the other day that I found quite funny, but damn it, I should have cleared it before. To be sure I get it quick.
Yeah, you sent it over to me on Instagram one time.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Okay, I got one with his wife. I think it's that one, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was the one.
Okay. Oh, what's that thing? Share screen. Share screen. Yeah, that one. Oh,
That's cool. Holy shit.
that's good. A long time ago.
Holy fuck.
So that's yeah. Anyway. I've just saved that one because I was like, oh, good, you look good. You were a strong one back then. Yeah. Because most of the picture I've saved it just when he show let's that thing is that variety or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll save it with the name of that to know what is what when he talk about it, so I can go back to it when I think of. But yeah, I don't usually save picture of people. I was like, no, that one I think and it's like a Polaroid or something like that. Like, oh, no, that's really cool that Eve saved that. If you know, anyway, look good on it, Coot. You are a strong man.
Looks like the
That's for
guy would
sure.
come out with a
Still
leotard and
is.
have a
He
ton of
like
weight.
he's the old guy you wouldn't want to mess with. He's still fucking old. He's old guy strong, guaranteed it.
The old
Yeah.
Navy
Guaranteed it.
boxing champion. You know who he looks like? He looks like the guy. Hold on.
Chuck Norris? No.
No.
I'm
What's this guy's name?
like there's all those joke about Chuck Norris, but
Thomas Brusto. Thomas Brusso.
who's
He
that
looks
guy? I
like
don't know.
this guy. Hold on. In that picture.
What?
So you
What's that?
guys remember the Vietnam vet that beat up the guy on the bus?
Okay.
This guy. Remember that?
I totally didn't
So
see that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
this guy's great. Like first off, this guy is a cartoon. He got kicked out of the LA fucking Dodgers game for like smoking weed and crack in the fucking like the guy's fucking awesome. But anyways, if you ever want to watch a crazy documentary, it's called I Am a Motherfucker. It's like a two-part thing. It's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes long. It's about how this guy like his mom like put him in an oven. His dad like saved his life, and like I don't know, it's fucking crazy. Like the guy's got more stories like fucking like Edgar Hoover does. It's fucking wild. But anyways, here's him like explaining getting tased by the LAPD. They were smoking crack and like rolling around, like exactly reenacting the whole thing. It's totally great.
I am a motherfucker.
Oh, I got my homework.
You got your homework. Your homework, brother.
It's two parts. It's called I Am a Motherfucker. They're both like 8 or 9 minutes long, each part. It's totally worth the watch.
Yeah, it would appear so. It would appear so.
But it's like the backstory behind the guy literally was like a Navy boxing champion in Vietnam. This guy like happened to pick a fight with him, and he's like, "Dude, give me a
No.
reason. Like I have had a bad day. You fucking wrong, dude." And he just gets up, pummels the shit out of this guy. The guy comes up and slaps him. Just gets up and is just like wailing on this dude. It's enjoyable to
Yeah,
watch.
it is. It looked like he was fucking beating that guy's ass on the bus anyway.
He wasn't asking for his bus ticket, right? It's not exactly what he was doing.
He just needed a tree fitting.
He just needs some equity treatment. You don't have to leave me your seat. You won't be on your seat anymore. Well, yeah. That's the kind of old man that you maybe not enjoy all the time if he's your neighbor, but it's maybe pretty funny to hang out with that guy once in a while. You may have a good party.
Yeah, man. Well, what do you guys think?
Yeah, we can
Oh,
go to
call it
bed
there.
now.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking dead. Oh,
Oh,
you're muted, phone. I, I've had a ridiculous hike in at work.
Sorry, I was
Like
coughing
fucking.
there for a minute.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I had a ridiculous hike in at work lately, so I'm fucking tired. To be honest with you.
oh, they make you work?
Oh, I have to, yeah, oh yeah, I have to walk. I have to walk. There's no way to get the fucking quads into where I am right now.
Fuck- Fucking
We seen
ridiculous.
some terrible midget over there. No, they are called hobbit.
Well, no, first they said that the senator shit was in whatever the fuck. So they had to like they said the command center was underneath the hospital. So they raided the hospital, found literally nothing. And they're like, no, the command center is definitely in the next district south. And it's like, but you said it was over here, and then you totally missed like they just have no fucking idea. Like they have no fucking idea what's going on
Yeah,
whatsoever.
but
It's blatantly obvious.
well, I think one of the hospitals that they blew up, they did find proof of Hamas working
Well,
out of it.
they
But
blew up
but
two of
yeah,
the
it doesn't
hostages in
matter.
South
You if you
Jerusalem.
kill a fucking 1,000 people going after fucking 5 people in the fucking basement, like
Well, they've just created
there's
500
yeah
new enemies
yeah
every time they do
there's
that.
no yeah there's nothing yeah
You just
uh,
gave took rid of got rid of every reason why someone wanted to live. They're gonna
yeah
do something
I've been
really
waiting for them to
crazy,
cast on
right?
it. That's what I've been waiting
That's
for them
that's
to
pretty
do. I've been
standard
waiting.
logic.
No, no, the best
I,
part is when they say, oh, we've leave some, like, they were talking about some area that they were asking people to leave. And, oh, yeah, but there's just a problem. It's hard to leave, you know? And most of the people are like, where you want me to go? You're gonna destroy my
Well,
life,
the other
my
bit,
work, everything. You may just kill me in the process anyway, even if I
yep.
try to avoid. So I don't know.
Well, not only that, so here's the other bit. They're like, oh, well, all of the Gaza voted for Hamas or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, over half
yeah,
of
wasn't that
Hamas
back in like
wasn't
2005,
alive
2006?
the last time they had an election was in
Yeah,
Yeah,
2006. So
yeah.
yeah.
almost 50% of the population literally wasn't alive the last time an election
has
happened.
never has
Wasn't
never
even
had an
born.
election. Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't even
Mm.
born yet.
yeah.
So the fuck are you gonna say that they voted for him when they literally have there hasn't been an election because Israel hasn't allowed one.
Yeah,
So
and they do those the regular attack where they called it the mood alone, which is pretty much yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it's horrible. I don't like those shit.
yeah,
Can we go back on teddy bear? Like, what's that thing with the lovely teddy bear show that was all rainbow and unicorn? I don't know. Bring back
Teletubbies.
the rainbow and unicorn, please.
Anyways, it's 1 a.m. here, so it's about time.
Yeah, man. Well,
I know
what's the
you.
best way for people to get a hold of you, Boat?
You guys can find me on the Growing with Fishes podcast. I have had a bunch of shit going on lately, so I have not had a show, but that'll be back. We're gonna do a Christmas guide episode next week, like we always do after Black Friday, and then we'll do kind of like a year in review show. And then I have some cool guests lined up for January and shit like that. I just needed to take a little time off and had to deal with some family health stuff. So everything is like pretty much sorted now, except for my niece will be arriving here in the next 3 to 4 weeks, so that'll be cool. So we'll have another munchkin in the family then, so that'll be neat. So that's the only other thing. And then everyone will be back to tip-top shape, and then we'll have to be so distracted on that stuff. But yeah, and then also been getting a shit ton of stuff done on the book. Been getting like 10 or 12 pages done every time I've been able to sit down and do it. So really chunking out some more progress on that. It's kind of getting crazy. So I'm up to
Nice.
267 pages, I think, right now. And I'm like not even close to done. It's gonna be like 400 or 500 pages when it's finished.
Oh, okay, I
Jesus.
was thinking that you were going for a few volume of 200 something page.
No, it's gonna be at least 500 pages.
Okay,
Gonna be a
one
gonna
big
be an
one.
expensive one.
Mhm.
So I haven't even
Nice.
put pictures in it yet. This is all just text. Like this is just wall of text. So
Wow.
yep, but it's
That-
coming. Just ChatGPT's helping me like proofread stuff. So like I'll write it, be like, okay, well, I just wrote like this is great for this and this is good for this. Okay, just reword it so I'm not saying this is great, 12 times in a row.
Mm.
That kind of like just making it sound more flowy or wordy after I write the actual fucking, content, you know what I mean? Just having it kind of
Yep.
clean it up a little bit
Yeah,
has
you put
been,
the content and then work on the presentation of.
yeah, just helping with the presentation part. It's really nice to like, fine tune it a little bit. So I've been stoked on that. So, but yeah, but growing with fishes and all the platforms.
All right. Yeah.
Evil
You can
Deadly.
yeah, you can find me creeping around on Discord less than before, but yeah, always possible to join me on Discord. So yeah, and you on Instagram, right?
Instagram. That's pretty much the only place you can find me, man. Yeah, no. Yeah. Happy Turkey Day, everybody, and try not to fight with your family.